celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You talk about this Rams defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Carr completes it and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Carr. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Chubb is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 3rd and goal. This LA Rams defense will try to bow up once more. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A first run now for Kyren Williams. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Taken down by Pete Werner.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Stafford. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Carr now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr now to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw his Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Carr throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Carr going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Carr now on first down. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, here's Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Again, it's Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Dennis Allen, he makes a call, and his offense stays put. They're going to go for it. Throwing now is Carr. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board. Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Stafford. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. The point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. All square. 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Back to throw, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
You continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 35, here's the 2nd down and 6. Elliott running right. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 coming up. 93. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. This is 4th down. Carr to throw. It is caught by Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now it's Stafford. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Stafford. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's back to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering, and they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. This is 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was